Hello, my people. I'm sorry I'm not going to edit this at all because I'm still learning this video leaping thing. I know you can't see me. I don't feel like getting the light out. I just came from the bath, taking a bath, with the beautiful bath bomb that Brenda sent me, which really made my day, Mrs. Brenda. And, so while I unbox this and talk to you about Lower Decks, once I learn how to video leap, I'll add pictures and shit, but right now I'm still learning. So, as we all know, Lower Decks came out on Thursday, right? And I went and I started watching it. As I was watching, yeah, unboxing this, so don't, bitch, I'll tell you who it's from in a minute. This is from a beautiful, lovely lady on YouTube, Teresa Cali Life on the Fly. That's her YouTube channel name. Yeah. But what happened was that they're talking about the Corridos, right? And Bomalar, the black chick, which I don't know their names yet. I'm still learning their names. She, took a look at, you know, like, she was, like, potion for the first contact. And then she got demoted and went into the second contact on the Corridos. Well, when do you know an Orion to serve in Starfleet? Never. This first time. So the Orion gets on, all that shit is going on, right? Sorry, I'm telling you the whole episode, but I'm gonna get better at it, but alright. Let me just stop the spoiler right there. Sorry, I'm unboxing and I don't realize what I'm doing, but yeah, but let's get into it. So, what happened was that there was this alright, let me get into it now and then I'll show you what I got in the mail. Alright. So, what I think about is that the animation was great, exactly like Rick and Morty. I'm sorry I went into a spoiler tangent there, but I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to do it next time. Be mindful. But Lower Decks was very humorous and funny. And I have to say that the characters were bar none. Like, Bomalar wants to be a captain. I get that. You know, like, really. And what I don't get is that why are you doing this shit? Like, second contact? Like, I never heard of that shit. And second off, I never heard of Romulan whiskey. Okay, weird. Weird episode, but funny. That's all I gotta say about that. But let me get into the bread and butter where I left off. So this Orion comes on board and all that. And I didn't take a screenshot, but in the episode, they were showing bunk beds in the hallway. And people walking out almost butt naked, wrapped up in a freaking towel. I'm like, really, dude? Are you freaking serious? Like, I don't get it, to say the least. But what I think is that the episode, to me, in general, was humorous. The ship got infected, like, with a zombie virus. And Bomalar, you know, has to watch the black chick because she's this and this and that, and she's the captain's daughter. Like, how can you not, you know? And then the husband of the black captain is actually an admiral, and I kid you not. Star Trek Online, if you're watching this, put Star Trek Lower Decks uniforms, even the Admiral's uniform that we saw on Star Trek Online. So, what happened in the episode was very humorous, in my opinion, number one. Number two, the black chick, you know, little, like, ensign black chick, I'm gonna call her, the ensign woman, because I don't know her name. She gives these farmers farming equipment, and Bomalar comes out And it's like, oh, you can't be giving them weapons, blah, blah, blah. And he fires his weapon, giving out codes of conduct from Starfleet. And, you know, Bulma's one of those types that don't like to follow rules. Not Bulma, the Ensign Black Girl, or whatever her name is. And what happened is that Bulma gets eaten by a spider. The farmers ran because he had a phaser at them. And they ran inside this thing, and the spider came out. And they said, don't kill, you're going to spoil the milk. Meanwhile, on the ship, this virus is going around, and the crew's fighting for their lives. And the Caledonians, they're in their planet doing second contact. And setting up a subspace array or whatever. And Bulma has to watch the black chick because the captain's orders. Because the first officer actually came back with a bite mark, and they said, you need to get that looked at. He said no, which was a stupid mistake on his part. But by according of regulation, anything happens on an away mission, you get bit by something, you always have to go to sickbay. It's regulations, right? So he bites somebody, and the zombie apocalypse shit started up on the ship. And meanwhile, the Orion girl walks into sickbay saying, I'm here to help Nurse Westlake. The doctor, who's a Sciatian, a cat, basically, a cat humanoid, comes out and says, that is Nurse Westlake. And she's tying everybody down on the Cerritos because they're going hog dog wild. Meanwhile, the cybernetic human comes out and goes on a date with this woman. And all this and this and that, right? And the episode, I have to say, was bar none funny because Bulma gets eaten by a spider and gets covered in this goo because the spider's sucking him in and out, and he's fully naked, and he has to get like clothing from the natives, and he gets back on the ship and finds out that he has the cure, and everybody that's not infected has to run and get him to sickbay to get that cure because they knew that it was a pandemic on the ship. Like, okay. And he cures everybody, and the episode ends where where they're dancing, all of them, and the girl, black chick girl, ensign girl, I forget her name, starts saying lower decks, and it's lower decks because they're in the lower decks. I'm like, really? You have people sitting. I'm getting notifications. Sorry about that. But you have people that are ensigns sitting in a corridor on bunk beds. Like in regular Star Trek, you see them sharing a room, not a freaking hallway. Like 2 to a room, 2 to 4 to a room, or 2 to 8 to a room, depending on the size. I'm like, really? Are you freaking serious, buddy? Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Like, God, man. But I have to say, this episode was bar none. Next time, I'll be mindful when I do a review to say what I thought about the episode, then tell you about the episode. Which, I'm sorry, I went into a tangent. But, let me tell you this. Star Trek Lower Decks is freaking awesome. If you like Rick and Morty, then watch this. It's exactly like Rick and Morty, but Star Trek style Rick and Morty. Please rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to open one of these. Let me put this away. God dang, man. But, yeah. It was a very good, awesome show, and I have to admit. See, look at this. So you could put filters in it. How nice. See, they're masks. That's all it is. I might give them to people, but I don't know. I didn't expect this, but whatever. But Lower Decks was freaking awesome, off the chain. If you like these kind of reviews, please rate, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you want more reviews on Star Trek Lower Decks. Because I will do them as I see fit. Or I will try to be more mindful when I'm doing them, because I'm not good at doing freaking reviews. My first time doing a Star Trek review. And I just want to do one because, hey, something to do on my channel. Alright guys, I'm out. Please rate, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm not editing this because I'm still learning how to do a video leap. And once I get that done, then I'll be able to do more quality content.